Once upon a time, there was a family of 13 people. Except there was only 12 people within that room. The 12 people in the room were celebrating little Timmy's birthday. Little Timmy was 6.5 years old, and he was super excited about his life as a 6.5-year-old because it was a half birthday party. It wasn't a birthday party, it was a half birthday party. And all of the 12 people, even though there was 13 people in the family, were there to celebrate. There was the dad, the mother, and 10 other kids who ranged from 6.5 to 27. However, one of the middle children, that was the man who was missing. This man, he was 24.5, and his name was Jimith, okay? Jimith was missing, and little Timmy was excited about his birthday, yet Jimith was not there, and little Timmy really wanted Jimith to be there to have his 6.5 birthday celebrated. And then all of a sudden, Jimith shows up. He walks straight through the door, and everyone is flabbergasted. They don't know whether to be happy about Jimith's return, or to be confused, or to cry, or to give him cake, or to take him out to Outback Steakhouse because that's his favorite restaurant. Anyway, no one knows how to react to Jimith's return, when all of a sudden Jimith just stands there, rugged-shouldered, and says something simple. He says to his family, he says, "I hope you all crust to death, similar to Aunt Jane's crusty old crackin' mole on her lower back." And with that one sentence, he walks straight out the door. Jimith is gone, and little Timmy is sad, the mom is sad, the dad is sad, all the other 10 kids are sad, and pretty much Jimith came in to that household. He took out a grenade with his words, took it, and he said, "I know this is gonna hurt. I'm all going to wish on them something that even I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, which is to become like this aunt's cracked mole. And I'm gonna chuck this word grenade at them, and I'm gonna run out the door, and I feel fully justified in what I'm doing, and I am somehow the hero in this story, yet I am doing it because I truly believe that I am in the right." And maybe Jimith is in the right. Who knows? Who knows the family situation? But here's my question. Does Jimith love his family? Does he show any elements or signs of love towards his family? Now, Jimith grew up as a loving person to his family. You see, Jimith was taken care of when he was young. He was nurtured by his mother. He was out playing baseball with his father at a young age. He grew up endearing his family. He grew up loving his family. But somewhere along the way, something had influenced Jimith to the point where his heart started turning cold to his family. Yes, maybe some of it was the family's fault, and maybe all of it was the family's fault. Who knows? Maybe Jimith was the perfect human specimen on planet Earth and could do no wrong. Yet here's where the Jimith story ends. As Jimith is walking away from the grenade that he threw at his family and is walking away, what happened is he's walking on the street and he met up with his girlfriend named Betty. And Betty talks to Jimith and she says, "What did you go in there and tell your family in one sentence?" And he tells her. He says exactly what he said to his family. And Betty's blown away like a literal grenade hit her in the face of words. She said, "How could you say that?" And he said, "Because it was justified. And because I kind of wanted to hurt them." And Betty says, "Jimith, don't you at all love your family?" And he says, "Of course I love them." Now here's the question. Without fully knowing Jimith's story and without fully knowing the family story, is there any evidence of anything that I said within this whole story that Jimith does love his family? This is a question I'm going to dive into a little bit more in this video, so stay tuned and stick along in this episode of Love Stories with Grady. Hola, my name is Grady Wiseork, and I am a 22-year-old boy who has never dated a girl longer than 22 hours, and I am here in the second part of a 5-part mini-series within this bigger series of Love Stories with Grady. This mini 5-part series is talking about the 5 rungs on a ladder of love that is talked about in the book Love, Facts of Life and Love for Teenagers, written by Evelyn Millis Duvall. You see, you would think I would know the name of this book by now since I reference it so much in each of these videos, but it's always confusing because it's like facts, life, love, but what's the order of all of those things? Teenagers, where's that thrown in there? You know, whatever. Confusing. 1957, confusing. Anyway, so Evelyn Millis Duvall says, The first layer on this rung of love in development, when you develop love, is first you have self-love, but what comes after that is the love of the family. You become instantly nurtured by your mother. You grow a bond with your father. You become close to your siblings because they are in a way helping take care of you as you grow up. There's aunts that you love. There's uncles that you love. There's cousins that you love. There's all of these people in your life that are nurturing into you, and you are growing this strong bond, this strong relation to those people. Yes, sometimes siblings can be pests. Yes, sometimes you can have rivalries with those siblings. Yes, sometimes relatives can be annoying. Yes, sometimes relationships can get out of hand. Yes, sometimes arguments happen. Yes, sometimes it might not necessarily feel like you love other people. Here's my question. I don't know your situation. I don't know your story. I don't know the life that you've had. I don't know if you actually were loved by your family. I honestly don't know. As much as I would love to sit here and talk to this camera, talk to you on the other side of the screen, and say, yes, I know you were loved growing up, I legitimately can't say that. There are some people in my life who I know for a lot of their lives growing up, they were not loved. And that really saddens me. But here's what I would encourage you to do. I would encourage you to ask 2 questions. First of all, maybe more than that. First of all, when in your life did you most love your family? Your parent, your mother, your father, your sibling, your older sibling, your younger sibling, whoever it may be. When did you most feel love for them? Next question, was that love warranted? Do you think that they deserved your love? Do you think that they are worth loving? Are they a human worth caring about? Are they human worth investing your care into? Another question, now that you've thought of those things, let me ask you this. Do you still show that love that you showed when you were younger, at whatever stage that was in your life, to this person or to these people, to these family members? If so, do you think you love your family more than you used to? Do you think you show less appreciation and love towards your family than you used to? If so, why? I honestly feel like at this moment, these are all coming off the top of my head, but I feel like at this moment, I should be just simply writing a test and you should be answering it as if you're passing an exam. But anyway, the whole point of this comes down to my final question. And the question is, despite any turmoil that may have happened in the past with family, despite the downs, despite the ups, in most cases, I personally believe, this is what I personally think, I'll get to my question, but I personally think that in most cases with most families, they should be connected. They should be showing love to each other. They should be having a relationship, even if there's boundaries that are needed. They should be thriving on the connection that has so much potential, because there's something about family love that cannot necessarily be found elsewhere. If there's actually love within the family, which in most cases, in most families, I believe there is. So my final question is, I want you to ask yourself, have I been showing these people the amount of love that I think that I should? And even if maybe they're not showing me as much love as I think I deserve, if they're not showing me as much love as I would like, can I still step up, sow love into my family, and maybe not care about what I get in return, but instead be the brother or be the sister or be the daughter or be the son or be the father or be the mother that I believe that I want to be? And can I treat these family members in a way that I would want to be treated by them? Can I love them and appreciate them despite their flaws? There's no good reason to unjustifiably decide to not love someone. So you ultimately have to decide, why am I choosing not to love this person? Is it justified or is it not justified? And sometimes it might be the fact that it's hard to love that person. It might not be easy to love that person. But at the same time, not everything rewarding in life is easy. Not everything momentous in life is easy. And so I would encourage you to say, all right, I have self-love. I'm able to love myself, and I have love in other elements of my life for other people, but I want to get to the point where I can also love my family. And even if they never love me back, I want to at least know that I was able to sow love into them. This might sound very pie in the sky, but I don't care. I think that love is important in all aspects of life. And I know that you're capable of it, because humans are definitely capable of love, even the most rock-hearted person in the world. I want you to comment below, what is one way that you feel like you can love your family a little bit better? And then after you comment that, be sure to subscribe, because you want to make sure to stay tuned for the next 3 rungs on the ladder of love. And you want to find out, have you developed in all of these areas of self-love, family love, and then these 3 extra areas that we got coming at you in the next 3 videos. All right, I really respect you if you do something hard and decide to show love to people who are sometimes unlovable, because aren't you sometimes unlovable too? Aren't we all sometimes unlovable? From one unlovable person to another, sayonara, and know that you are worth being loved even through your unlovableness. Bye. Adios.